What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's Wii U review, I'm going to be reviewing the game I've been waiting and been dying to play since I started this whole entire series, and that is Mario Kart 8. I wanted to wait a little while to play this one because there were some other ones I wanted to get off the checklist, but now we are playing this one. This was released back in 2014, almost 2 years since the launch of the Wii U. I'm excited. This is the game of any games to do it on. This is the game to bring out the full potential of the Wii U GamePad. I mean, there's so many things they could do, like a track editor, what new items they can bring to the weapon items system. Who knows? I don't know. But let's find out in my review of Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U.
Mario Kart 8!
Mario Kart 8 proves that Nintendo can still dominate the racetrack even when a few have shown up to the race. Released on the Wii U back in May 2014, that good old console with its sleek, confusing slab of ambition that looks like a tablet, acts like a controller, and wants to exist in a parallel universe where its marketing never happened. At its core, Mario Kart 8 is exactly what you think it is. You pick a mascot with your unresolved anger issues, strap them into a go-kart powered by pure chaos, and launch shells at your loved ones until someone flips the coffee table. The big it factor this time is the anti-gravity racing. Certain sections of the track flip gravity sideways, upside down, and your kart sprouts glowing blue wheels. Isn't that cool? Instead of crashing into other racers, you can bump into them for speed boosts, turning your vehicular anger into a legitimate strategy. Controls are sharp and responsive, whether you use a GamePad, Pro Controller, or a Wii Remote. If you enjoy pretending you're steering a very small, invisible car, you can have the GamePad switched to motion controls to achieve that. Drifting feels smooth, item timing is cruel as ever, and the balance between skill and luck is still just as unfair as it was back in the N64 days. It's enough to ruin friendships, but fair enough to keep you coming back. Mario Kart 8 has some amazing tracks, with some classics making a return. Some of my favorites were Mount Wario, which is basically a downhill ski race, Royal Raceway, with its cherry blossoms, and finally, the very first one, Mario Kart Stadium. The racetracks are great to drive through. I never felt lost if I got bumped off the track by a weapon. You always know where you're going, even when you're being attacked by 3 red shells, green shells, a banana peel, and that annoying lightning strike. Mario Kart 8 lets you customize your kart with different bodies, tires, and gliders. Each choice subtly affects your speed, acceleration, handling, and weight. It's simple enough for casual players. The roster is packed with the usuals. You got your Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, and Yoshi. There is another mode to play, and that is Battle Mode. The Battle Mode uses just the regular racetracks instead of dedicated arenas. This turned out what was once a fast-paced chaos game into a hide-and-seek with shells. It's not unplayable, but it feels rushed, especially compared to past entries. Now I'll talk briefly about the online play. Online play was decent, stable, and shockingly functional for a Nintendo service back in 2014. I believe it's still going strong thanks to dedicated fans with Pretendo. Unfortunately, I just never use it. Graphically, it looks amazing. It runs smooth at 60 frames per second, the colors shine, and the animations are clear. And finally, the GamePad. So what cool first-party features does it bring to the first-party game that is Mario Kart 8? You know, the game to make parents rush out and buy a Wii U for their kids back in 2014. The game in which every journalist has said that this is the main reason you need to go buy a Wii U. Well, Nintendo, what was that revolutionary feature did you offer on your GamePad? It's, you wanna know, it's a horn. You know, you can use it as a horn. Oh, you can see an overhead map. That's pretty cool. I can't, what? You have got to be joking. It's on a console that history has forgotten, but the game itself is unforgettable. That's why it got a re-release on the Nintendo Switch. Mario Kart 8 was the best reason to own a Wii U at the time. It's gorgeous, endless replayability, and proof that Nintendo might still got it when making games in this franchise. But with the lack of features that is on the Wii U GamePad, I unfortunately am gonna have to give Mario Kart 8 on the Wii U a 6.5 out of 10. Anyways, and that's the end of my review. Look, I get that I gave it a low score, but if I was reviewing the Switch version, it's an easy 9 out of 10. But I'm not reviewing that version. I'm reviewing this version. And the reason why I gave it such a low score is because of this gamepad. And that's the thing that really sucks about this game. There is so much potential that I thought it could actually bring. Like I said earlier, it could have been a track editor. It didn't have to be an extensive track editor. It could be a basic bare bones. People can be creative with how they make their tracks. With using the gamepad stylus and using the gamepad functionalities, we could have had endless possibilities. That 8 could have been a second reference to being infinite, right? We could have made infinite tracks from other games, new tracks from like F-Zero. Who knows what they could have made, right? But they didn't do that. Also with the items, I even wrote some stuff down what they could have done with new gamepad exclusive weapon items that they could have done. Like they could have done it where you know how in the game you have 3 red shells or 3 green shells that go around your car when you drive and you could throw them at anybody? Well, you could have done the same thing with, like, let's say 3 lightning bolts. So you could have like 3 clouds that go around your car, and on the gamepad you could have used it to where you picked 3 individual people that you could have hit with lightning bolts. Like, not the same person, but 3 individuals, like 3 targets that you could have picked, and you could use the stylus or the touchscreen to do that. You know, that could have been a new feature that you could only get on this system. Or you could have you know, when oil hits your vehicle, you could have used this to wipe it off as quickly as possible or something. Another thing they could have done was like, oh yeah, another thing they could have done with a special homing turtle shell that they could have used the gamepad for. You know, you locked on the target, move the shell as you're driving and let go and you hit the target. Right? But they didn't do anything with new weapon ideas. They didn't do a track editor. They didn't do weapon ideas. It's just like it was, you know what it feels like? It feels like this game got rushed out. You know, even the battle mode feels like it's rushed. You only have like only a few maps to even do anything with battle mode, which is what a lot of people like to play back in the day too, was that mode. I mean, everything feels like it was rushed out, which makes a lot of sense because realizing the sales of the Wii U was not doing very well, and so they hurried up and rushed this thing out. It's just a massively missed opportunity with this system. I was really thinking of all games to do it on, this would have been the game to do it. But it didn't do that. Don't get me wrong, it's a fantastic game. But unfortunately, if you want to play this game, just go out and get the Switch version. Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. We still got plenty more Wii U games to see if there's any potential with the Wii U gamepad. From what I could tell, if Mario Kart 8 couldn't do it, what game out there can? Who knows? Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. I'll see you guys all on the next one, and y'all take care.